Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be looking at the 1990s Defender. This particular one is a 1995 and it's a 90, and we're going to see if this really does live up to the hype. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Dastrup Auto for giving me some time with this Defender. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. They've got a lot of really cool pre-owned inventory, including this Defender that we're showing today, so check them out. Link to my car buying guide as well. Let's get into it. Under the hood is a 4-liter turbo diesel V8 that goes through a 4-speed manual. It puts out 182 horsepower and then 232 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the front end, of course, you got the Defender logo, and it's really cool with this kind of old school hood design where you've got the engine there in the center, but then you've got the fenders that are pretty wide outside of the actual hood itself. Modern cars aren't like that. I mean, look at these Jeeps, for example, where you can see the hood is like almost the whole front end. The fenders are pretty small. Anyways, you got the cool circular headlights. You've got a brush guard here up front as well, and then you guys can see the roof basket there at the very top. But yeah, overall really cool look. Not super wide, but decently aggressive all-terrain tires on this one. And of course, these old school off-roaders, you almost always see them modified with some sort of larger tire, and then sometimes lifted as well. And that's cool with the fender flare there. You see the TDI badge. We've got the side steps there as well. And this is, I think, one of the coolest viewpoints on this, because you can see the roof rack there up top and everything, and I don't know, it just looked good. And this of course leads us to the rear, so you guys can see the ladder here on the side, which I think is really fun. We've got the spare tire here on the back as well in old school off-roader fashion. That's nice. Little step there. You got the receiver hitch as well. But yeah, the exterior of this, obviously iconic. And being a 90, that means this is a 2-door. Interesting with the door handles, how you click that in. But you guys can see that's for the lock mechanism, it looks like. We've got hand crank windows, of course, which, yeah, such a fun thing. See, that's for the door latch. The seats are actually really nice. I like them. With all the trim. Steering wheel is really cool, like thin spoke. Wish automakers would kind of bring this back. I think that's definitely fun. And then the back, I really like. So you've got all the seats. So even though this is a 2-door car, it's a, what, 6-passenger vehicle, because you've got seats on either side. And you got these safari windows in the back as well. And then obviously if you have the seats up like this, then you can use this as a storage area. So it's cool. Again, I wish they made vehicles like this. They probably can't because of crash test ratings and all of that. And then we'll quickly just pop in. The ignition for the key, by the way, is on this side because it's British, of course. But of course, you got the analog gauge cluster setup, which is pretty cool looking. And then you can see a lot of this stuff, like in the new Defender, how they kind of took this little kind of theme out of it. Shifter for that manual. The parking brake is very interesting. You can see locked, it's up like that. And then you can see here for the diff lock setup and everything here. So it got the on the floor shifter. And this is nice. 90s leather. You can't go wrong with 90s leather. It looks like this is like a lockbox here in the center, which I think that's another cool feature. And it's got sun visors. So don't know a lot about this car, but I figured that I review it as best as I can, and well, let's drive it and see how this performs. Okay, so we gotta put the parking brake down, and for those of you wondering, the car's already warmed up a bit before doing the starting. Sorry, I gotta make sure I did this right. Parking brake's kind of weird. Everything's kind of weird. I just gotta make sure I roll back. Yeah, okay, we're good. There we go. So, Defender 90. Old school diesel car. This is very, and I hope you guys can even see, it's kind of cramped in here, like I can't put the seat back any further. This is such an interesting experience. Turn signal still works, so that's good. Definitely, I will say right off the bat though, it feels pretty slow. So I'm gonna take my time to get out into this part of traffic here, because I do not have a massive amount of acceleration. Yeah, it's slow. It's slow. I feel bad. It's got tons of torque. Man, that is loud. And there's no RPM gauge. It's just speedometer, so I guess my assumption is that you shift, as most cars you shift by sound. That's kind of what old school manuals were like, is you kind of just listen to the engine, and once it sounds like it's time to shift, you shift the gears. Man, this is very agricultural, as they say. You know, people called the new, I bought a new Ineos Grenadier. People call that agricultural. It's like, go and drive one of these old Defenders and then see if you think the Grenadier is agricultural. Man. This takes some skill to drive with the clutch and everything. So loud. It's so loud, so you think you're like, you don't feel like you're moving up that fast, but it sounds like you're getting up and moving pretty fast, and you're just not. You are just not. Man, what a car. Truck, I should say. Suspension's pretty all over the place. Yeah, the transmission can easily slip into the gears, like it goes in pretty easily. So you gotta be kind of careful when I'm noticing to make sure you're in neutral. Oh man, that is so low. Yeah, first gear is really a granny gear. Could this even go highway speeds, I wonder? I just realized that's kilometers per hour. I thought I was going like decently quick. I was like, I don't feel like I'm going that quick, but maybe I am, and it just hides the speed. Nope, it's kilometers. I'm going slow as can be. Man, this is an experience. What a world. I will say though, the gears are it's a 4-speed, so it doesn't have a lot of them, but they're pretty good. Oh yeah, that might be a little bit too much. I don't mind driving this though. I'm just trying to take in the Defender experience. I'm trying to understand why people love these old school off-roaders so much, other than the looks. Because it looks really cool, but like, this is, I would get I mean, I'll just tell you the truth. I would get so annoyed with daily driving this if I had to. This is definitely not a drive every single day type. I mean, you could, right? Oh, my body roll. Holy crap. This has no ability to turn. My goodness. Oh man, yeah, the body roll is horrible. And again, there we go. You can see it's stuck in one of the, it's not like stuck, but it's in one of the gears. So slow. I made it. I kind of got up to speed. Old school Defender looks really cool. I mean, this is an experience, I'll tell you that. Like, it's definitely unique experience when it comes to, I'm just gonna coast neutral. It's definitely a unique experience when it comes to driving. Would I ever rock one of these? I don't know about that. Like, it's brutally slow. I mean, this would be fun off-road, right? Because of how much torque it has, but it's brutally slow. It's super loud. And I think that's the experience. Like, this is a car that you drive on the weekend to do some fun adventure, and like, part of that fun adventure is you're driving this. And part of the adventure might be that because it's a Land Rover, you might break down, right? And if that's the case, then that adds to the adventure. So first, second, fifth, reverse. So that should be reverse, hopefully. Yes! I know this might seem boring for you guys to see, but I'm showing this to give you guys an idea of what it's like with these old school vehicles. And this is where you did the old looking back, making sure you don't knock into anything. Wow, what an experience. Visibility's great though. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the, pardon me, break up, the old school Defender. I guess the last thing I'll say is I can now understand, at least with the old Defenders, why people are trading these for the Ineos Grenadier that I bought, because the Grenadier looks basically identical to this, but its modern driving dynamics are like, it's actually daily drivable. This, like I said, I wouldn't, but it's still cool. It's a manual transmission, diesel, everything. It's fun, but let me know what you think.